Sir,
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Well, welcome to the show and welcome once again to big gadget territory. Like I've been saying for a while, a car now is nothing but a big, giant, massive gadget. Amount of tech inside and outside these now is more tech than most of your devices in your home or your offices. Today it's the turn of a brand new car that's come in that is really making a lot of waves and headlines. A true performance SUV coupe racing car. It's actually a hybrid of all of them. This is the AMG version of the GLC 43 from Mercedes. Quite a car, almost scary in performance, but I'll take you through all of that, right? But it is a gadget show, so it's not only about cars with tech, it's a lot more. I'll show you a machine which can be controlled by your phone that can make some very interesting drinks for you. The interesting stuff and the not so interesting stuff all within one machine. And then, as promised, the BenQ W1700 projector that has broken all price barriers. If you're in the market for a 4K home theater, just a 4K to replace your TV, this projector could well be the ticket. Lots more on the show. Let's take a look.
This week on the show, Rajiv test drives the Mercedes-AMG GLC 43 Coupe. BenQ's newly launched 4K projector comes in a smaller size and lesser price. A fully automated cocktail mixer by Barsys. And a whole lot more.
And now let's start off with the big gadget, the big toy review, of course, and that, of course, is of this, the Mercedes GLC. Now, lots of people have been saying a very daring product and design from Mercedes. They've usually been a little unexperimental with the kind of look that they have with their car, but this breaks all barriers. So what is this? A lot of people have been comparing this sloping roof and high coupe design to the BMW X6, but let me tell you, I've spent a few days with this car. This is nothing like the BMW X6 at all. So, like I said, serious performance. For those that these things matter, V8, twin turbo, I don't really care about those things. I care about what this car can do. So, like I said, serious performance in this car. It is an AMG engine, so frightening. You have a lot of driving modes which are very dynamic. You can do it on the fly. You go into Sports Plus mode. I don't think there is a city in this country that you can get that performance out of, but it is there if you want it. Frightening, like I said. And I'm going to show you what it sounds like, that pure racing car feel and sound that comes. You will be shown that. But let's just take a look. How have they really done this? So, sloping roof, of course, if you're anything more than 6 feet tall, back seats may not be for you, that's for sure. The sloping roof looks great, and actually the car from inside is fantastically put together. But I think the sloping roof has that one little performance. Now let's move to the front. So lots and lots of other interesting things. Now this is a car that has serious presence on the road. Just look at it in terms of its butch. It's really hunky, has great performance, looks great, comes in some fantastic colors. But there is a little bit more to the way it's been built completely all around.
Check out this beauty, a perfect mix of luxury and sports. The stylish Mercedes-AMG GLC 43 was launched last year, and finally we've got our hands on it. Mercedes had promised to launch more than one variant, but right now the AMG is all we have, and we are not complaining. The GLC 43 Coupe is the 10th AMG model to be launched in India and the 4th to be added to the 43 series AMG lineup. The GLC Coupe is distinctively different from other regular Mercedes SUVs. It's sporty with the signature coupe rear and 19-inch alloy wheels. Then there is the chrome-tipped diamond front grille and the narrow, horizontally oriented split tail lights below the aerodynamic boot lid, which gets the Mercedes and AMG badges. If this is not sporty enough, then we don't know what is. You can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.9 seconds. This becomes possible because of the AMG technology, which gives the car its name too. Coming out of the 3-litre twin-turbocharged V6 and 520 Newton-meter of torque. Do you need more evidence of this being an AMG? Let's listen in.
I'm going inside. I'm going to show you that much promised AMG sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch drive mode to Sports Plus. Just hear this. Let's get safety in. Like I said, this is quite a performer. Let's get the car started. And as you can see, right now, from here, I'm going to switch to Sports Plus.
While the SUV does sound like one hell of a sports car, the interiors look familiar just like the other Mercedes variants. It has a top-notch finish with saddle-stitched leather and suede seats with red seat belts. The gearbox and infotainment system take center stage and the doors get seat-shaped electronic seat adjusters.
So let's take you through what else is it about the car. So first and foremost is that even though it's a very butch, solid, very, very high performance car with a lot of presence and a lot of height, it actually drives like a very, very high-end luxury car. So very easy steering, great feedback from the steering. That's one of the things that I completely loved. At any given time, in any mode that I'm in, even with Sports Plus where the car goes really down, the feedback improves. So I know at any given time what's happening, what's the road like, and I'm in complete control. The second, and if you ever do get to drive this car and if you're planning to purchase it, be careful with the dynamic mode. It can be quite a performer and it can get very quickly out of hand. The third, of course, I think which is very important and I really enjoy in this car is that you can go manual with the press of one button, and then of course these paddle hand controls come in, these paddle gears come in, and I can go to any gear I want. Do that on a racetrack only. Otherwise on city driving, leave the car to do its own thing. Here's another part that I really like. So you like that AMG sound? You can actually enhance it. So there's a button here that gives you even better sound. From the overall technology built in, the speakers, absolutely fantastic. Lots of speakers around you, great subwoofer around you. So very cool. You can have everything out here. It's got USB, it's got Bluetooth. That part of it, it's got everything that you would normally expect from a luxury car. So the GLC Coupe comes from the GLE family with a very high back. The interior is completely different from everything else. And like I said, serious high performance car. For all those people that think a racing car has to be uncomfortable, this one completely breaks all those conventional thinking systems.
The car has an array of impressive technology inside. There are different modes for different kinds of drivers. The driving modes include individual, comfort, eco, sport, and sport plus. These modes give control over the car's variable dynamic control system that provides its drivers an adjustable suspension, power, steering, transmission, and climate control option. If you wish to get comfortable while driving, just use the panel on the door, and with that, seat reclining and adjusting is just a press away. The elaborate infotainment panel is not only user-friendly but also smooth.
So what else in terms of technology? Of course, it's got that very interesting system where the car will shut down the minute you're at a red light and automatically start as soon as you press the accelerator. Saves you a lot of fuel. Also, I think great for the environment. Then it's got that assist system where if it sees that you're sleepy or overall reaction points are not right for the kind of speed you're driving, it will actually tell you that you need to either wake up or give the car to somebody else. It's also got that obstacle system where it signals to you if you're very close to a particular car or another particular thing, whether it's the back or the front. It actually beeps and it shows you on the screen that you're very close and which corner, front or back, that you're really going to have a problem with. And then it's got some seriously good cameras in the car. So onto the roof and everywhere else, full 360 degree when you're reversing or going in front or back. It's got all of that built in it. It works really, really well. So in terms of tech, there's really nothing left out.
So if you're looking for a sporty SUV that turns heads on the streets, then the Mercedes-AMG GLC Coupe is a good option for around rupees 75 lakhs.
That was an exhilarating performance. Wherever I found even, let's say, 20 meters of free space, I did do the Sports Plus mode, but that's pretty much the maximum I can do. But I've got to say, Mercedes, this is the right way to go. This is one hell of a performance car. Absolutely and totally breathtaking in both design, tech and performance. But now let's move on to another story. I've been talking about this for a while, that 4K now is getting truly mainstream in every which way. Look at the TVs, look at the source players, look at the kind of content you're getting from Netflix and everybody else. But what if you want a really big screen performance? Well, then you have to pay big bucks. Until now, that is BenQ, a company that has been doing projectors and really breaking all kind of spec barriers, finally gets into 4K mode with breaking the price barrier. This is the W1700. Now, what do you think? Let's just go through what's in your mind. Let's play a small little mind price game. If you think of 4K home theater for yourself, what do you think you'd pay for a top-of-the-line home projector? Well, most people would say 8 to 10 lakhs. How about 2 lakhs? Yes, the W1700 actually is a full-scale 4K, no compromise projector for around 2 lakh rupees.
Last week, BenQ launched W1700 and X11008 projectors in India for professionals and home users. Their aim? To bring an unprecedented cinematic viewing experience to all homes. And today on the show, we are going to tell you everything about the projector in question, the W1700. With the W1700, the company has crashed the price and the projector's size too. It weighs only around 4.2 kilos and is available for 2.25 lakhs. It is compact with rounded edges and a functional design. Just like BenQ's 4K projectors, this one too uses a special 4K lens to match the quality of content. The top houses the usual buttons for menus and settings, along with a dial to zoom and focus. To provide a seamless viewing experience, it is also equipped with an auto keystone correction and 1.2x big zoom. At the back, there are audio, HDMI, PC, USB and 12V trigger ports for you to plug in any source device you want to. But don't let its compactness fool you for its extraordinary features. The CineHome DLP projector is fully equipped with 4K UHD technology, allowing you to make the most of 4K content available these days.
This is a new innovation from Texas Instruments, which manufactured the DLP chip. So this is a new 0.47 inches DLP chip which has come out for 4K technology. The earlier chip was about 0.65 inches, and this has helped us to really dramatically reduce the size of the projector as well as weight to make it much more usable at home.
With 4 times the resolution of Full HD, 4K UHD reduces pixel blur for clear and crisply defined fine details. W1700's true 8.3 million megapixels and projection-optimized HDR come together for a true-to-life image quality. You can also watch your favorite movies or programs on a screen as big as 160 inches because of the ultra-wide 2.35:1 anamorphic format in W1700. With this projector, BenQ also offers an inbuilt speaker in the front to match the video quality. The 5-watt audio output uses the BenQ Cinema Master Audio Plus audio enhancing technology. So if you're a true movie buff who respects a filmmaker's vision in the age of mobile phones and laptops, then this one from BenQ for a lesser price and smaller size can be considered to be a part of your living room along with your other furniture.
So how much have we already covered? How much good stuff have I shown you already? But remember, we're just getting warmed up. We're just getting started. We'll take a break and be right back.
The Gadgets 360 show brought to you by the new luxurious TUV 300.
Adi, I can't, yeah. Now please don't start मेरे बाद तुम वाला nonsense. लोग उसके लिए इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं, ड्राइविंग लेसन नहीं.
You're right. मैक्स लाइफ का टर्म प्लान ले लिया है मैंने, तो पैसे की टेंशन नहीं होगी. लेकिन उसको खर्च करने के लिए आप मार्केट कैसे जाएंगी स्वीटहार्ट? चलो A B
एक्सेलरेटर, ब्रेक, क्लच.
ओके चलो.
आप ही की तरह सोचे, 2 कदम आगे. मैक्स लाइफ टर्म प्लान्स.
When I look at you, I lose myself. It's a feeling beyond the ordinary.
When we think about the women who broke through, Indira Gandhi, Margaret Thatcher, the majority of women who become head of government come out of a parliamentary system.
A fight is not the same as a dialogue.
What kind of a tolerance debate are we doing? One-sided. Get the Congress on and talk to them about tolerance.
TV is an idiot box, somewhere else. Here you have some of India's finest minds.
This physical survived with Indian dals, Indian rice. Therefore, I consider myself as a son of India.
Opinion is not just about pushing your own.
If they wanted to earn profit, they should have opened some halwai ki dukaan rather than opening a school.
Real conversations for a real India.
The NDTV Dialogues with Sonia Singh, tonight at 9:30 on NDTV 24/7.
You don't have to shout to be heard.
HDFC Ergo and NDTV present Health Matters.
Mixologist. Now, whenever I go to a high-end restaurant and they say, our mixologist today, you know, that's just a term for a bartender, but you know, when you have to take a restaurant to the luxury high-end levels and charge you 5 times more for the same drink, they call them mixologists. But here, technology once again to the rescue. How about a robotic?
Will it become a bigger legend? Will it run on love? On water?
This is the AMG version of the GLC 43 from Mercedes. Quite a car, almost scary in performance, but I'll take you through all of that, right? But it is a gadget show, so it's not only about cars with tech, it's a lot more. I'll show you a machine which can be
अपना जज रहा हो भयंकर गैस
and designed from Mercedes. They've usually been a little unexperimental with the kind of look that they have with their car, but this breaks all barriers. Life is almost complete. I have the car that I think is the car of my dreams. I have a robotic mixologist that will go into my 4K home theater with a 4K home theater projector that I can now afford. So is there anything missing? Absolutely not. If any of you are actually thinking, I was about to say, Vikram Chandra, you're totally wrong. But Mr. Chandra does have one trait that he's famous for. Like a bad penny, he always shows up even when he's unwanted. So now we're going to cut directly to him. He's in Davos. He's got certain areas of his body completely frozen. I will not tell you which ones. And he's trying to take us through what Davos is all about.
Yeah, well, Rajiv, record snowfall this year in Davos. Fortunately, it stopped for the last day or two, so it's really pretty out here. Really nice and cold and cheerful. That lovely stream running right behind us and people skiing out there. But lots of tech as well, and not least, Rajiv, I have to tell you, in the way we've been able to shoot here at Davos this year. A lot of it on phones like this. That era of big cameras that you are walking around with are all over. When it comes to sessions, unfortunately, Sophia wasn't here. I missed her. But lots of talk about AI, lots of talk about what's going to happen in robotics. Noah Harari was out here also. And he had something really, really important to say. And I think the Gadget Guru audience will be really interested. He said, all that is going to matter in the world going forward is who owns your data. Who owns your data? Will it be corporations? Will it be the government? Are you going to give up biometric data, for example? That's data, what's happening inside your brain, data of what's happening inside your body. Are you going to give that up to somebody else because you're going to get healthcare or something else in return? And if that's what actually happens, somebody could control you. You could have humans being hacked. So that was one of the most interesting things that I actually heard here at Davos. I was so interested by that I actually put together a special panel on what we're going to do about this back in India. Who should own your data? Should it be a corporation? Should it be the government? And are you willingly and voluntarily giving up your data to various people in exchange for services? Who should own that data? Should it be the government or corporations or neither?
If we don't trust the government, we have no business to be in business. Number two, that we must always have faith in the government and build the business-to-business connect so that we have apparatus in place to do the KYC and the AML. Because the concern here is anti-money laundering and the KYC. So if you can meet those filters, the third thing that happens is transactions, which is where the business guys make all the difference. I was the first one to launch on 2nd of January in 2017, so it's about a year ago. The first blockchain vendor supply system with the Bajaj Electricals in partnership with IBM Watson. I was the first one in India, right? So, and I tell you, it's worked extremely well.
Well, that then was our special show where I did say I'm going to take you through multiple areas that we usually don't really touch. So now you've got a car, you can mix your own drinks, you can set up your 4K home projector and a whole lot more. So what's left? Well, the only thing that's left is for me to say goodbye to you. I'll see you next week right here on the show.
The Gadgets 360 show brought to you by the new luxurious